My fellow Decepticons, as your new leader, I...
Starscream!
Ah! Yes, Lord Megatron?
Have you finished assembling the behind-the-scenes video?
What? You didn't say anything about a behind-the-scenes video.
You test my patience here, Commander.
Ah! Yes, you meant the behind-the-scenes video. Almighty Megatron.
Excellent. Now broadcast it to the Earthlings. The human vermin and Autobots will now know the vastly superior video editing might of the Decepticons.
What is so important that Megatron summoned me in the middle of patrol?
Seeing that you are here, Commander, I want you to be... Seeing that you are here, Commander, I'm evaluating my new upgrade, Starscream. Now that wasn't too bad, Starscream.
Your wish is my command. You waste outlet.
What?
Nothing, O Emperor of Destruction. May your power reign supreme for eternity.
I've been thinking a lot as of late, Starscream. This war has been going on for far too long. I am not the same as I once was a millennia ago. I grow weary. The burden of leadership exacts a heavy toll.
What?
Though you're not the most loyal of my subjects, you are the most ambitious. Under your leadership, I believe the Decepticon cause will grow even more vastly throughout the known universe.
What?
Yes, I have decided to step down and crown you new leader of the Decepticons.
Really?
No,